Hey guys, it's Peter. So today I played Assassin's Creed Revelations, finally. First thing I noticed was, well, what the hell is up with Desmond's face? Okay, so he's had his third makeover of the series. He basically looks the same, only kind of French. His eyes are about 2 inches too high, his eyebrows are too round, and his jaw seems to have dropped about 5 inches. Oh, and his hoodie, for some explained reason, is now black. Anyways, I'm not going to ruin the ending of Brotherhood, so I'm just going to say, stuff goes down. It ends with Desmond trapped inside the Animus, with all the assassins that he's been colliding into one, which will make Desmond go crazy and end up like Subject 16. Speaking of which, I next meet him, face to face. He seems like a bit of a douche. Get directed towards an arc with weird Animus-looking glowing things coming from it. I walk through it, and I'm met with a cinematic, kind of like the one that is in the trailer involving a song by Wookid called Iron. That would be because it is the same cinematic. But then I get in control of Ezio, who is now 52. I start to get back into the standard feel of AC. Fluid fun movement and combat, except I dislike one thing they've added into combat: slow-mo finishing moves. Sure, they fit into a game like Skyrim, but I don't know, in Assassin's Creed, I've always loved the quick rhythm that the whole game runs like. But in the end, I'm impressed with the end result. It's a solid sequel to a good franchise, but to be honest, I'm getting bored of Ezio, and kind of want AC free. Oh well, not long to wait. It's been scheduled to be released late 2012. As for Revelations, well, it has a lot of new features. For starters, when you start playing, you'll be introduced to the Animus Island. What's more, don't worry, that weird glowy Altia thing doesn't appear in front of you for the whole game. You get to return to Masyaf, which is rather cool. You've probably heard about the Hook Blade, which allows you to volley over guards, knock them over from behind, jump and climb further, use zip lines, plus it's fully functional as a blade. All previous weapons are included, though not for Altia, which, speaking of which, is probably something else you've heard of. You can play as Altia, Ezio, and Desmond. Altia's sequence are of his time at Masyaf, varying from just before the events of the first game to several years after. Ezio's sequences take place as the main part of the game, in the city of Constantinople, which is now Istanbul. In this, he must race against time to find the Masyaf keys, which will allow him to enter the library underneath Masyaf. He also helped the Assassins Guild in Constantinople, helping a woman named Sphere, a book enthusiast from Venice. Who else helps Ezio find the keys? And helping the young Solomon I with diplomatic issues. There are many games, such as Den Protection, the short one in the beginning game involving being dragged along by a piece of rope, which is hanging off a cart. Assassin apprentices and dens are still a feature along with the usual guilds, and Desmond sequences that take place on the island, talking to Subject 16, and doing a questline where he travels into the Animus core and recalls his history. No footage though, because it's a spoiler alert. Multiplayer is much the same as in Brotherhood, and that's about it. All in all, I give it a score of 78. Good, but it's not as much of a smash hit as the first two. I hope you enjoyed this review. Have fun.